Oh no, guys, where'd the babies go? This place looks deserted. There's no babies in this stall. And wait a second, there's no babies in this stall. Where could they have gone? Oh, wait a second. Wow, that is a lot of baby goats right there. And a jealous one that you can hear in the background. Journey, stop it. I'll play with you in a second. Let's come in here. Man, you know what's funny is that yesterday my dad, oh, this is so sweet, guys. This is the cutest thing. I can't believe that this is baby goats galore right here. I don't think I've ever had, actually I have. Whenever the Golden Girls were born, Laverne was born about 2 weeks after them. So I have had 5 baby goats on me before. But no, hearing Journey scream in the background reminds me of something my dad said yesterday. We were talking and he said that, you know, Journey is going to become the new focal sound of the sanctuary. You know what I mean? I think of different things like the NFL, the Football League, even Microsoft, different organizations and companies, and they all have a face. They all have like, basically the face is like the main image or the first thing that you think of whenever you think of that organization. So one could say the face of the NFL is Patrick Mahomes. That's like who the first person, or Tom Brady, the first person you think of when you think of football. LeBron James would be the face of basketball. Ninja would be the face of Fortnite. And Bill Gates would be like the face of Microsoft. He is the founder. Things like that. And so I feel like it's going to get to the point to where when you think of the sanctuary, the first thing that you're going to think of is, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Wasn't that a pretty good Journey impersonation that I did right there? I've heard it about 10 million times because she literally does it all day. So I would hope that I could do a good impression by now. But Journey, that's going to become the official sound of the sanctuary. And I think my dad's right about that. It's pretty funny to think about. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Anyways, on to these babies, though. These babies are doing pretty good, especially Laverne's babies. Laverne's always been chunky, like I was saying, so you know she's healthy, and her babies are pretty big and chunky, too. So we went ahead and put Laverne, Shirley, and Sophia back in the yard because it's time for us to start bottle feeding these babies now, and they don't need milk off of mama anymore. Like we were saying in the other video, whenever Laverne's babies were born, that's the reason that you want to bottle feed your babies, because if you don't, they'll end up as wild and untamed as Laverne, and that's just not a good thing. You saw how hard it was to get Laverne to come in here, and you see that Laverne just doesn't like being petted in general, and so we want our babies to be lovable. We want to be able to do this right here with our babies. That's why you bottle feed them. That's why you have to be active and attentive with them from day one. And even with Pig Trudy, I've talked about this many times before, but Pig Trudy, as a full wild hog, should not be friendly the way that she is. But it just shows the power of nurturing something, loving and bottle feeding, just taking care of it from day one. It looks at humans as its parents. It looks at you as its mom. And that's how you get things like Pig Trudy, where it's almost like the environmental factors supersede the genetics in that case, because the genetics have wild, untamed, and aggressive written all over it. But then Pig Trudy is the exact opposite of that. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It's awesome, though, the amazing relationship that Laverne and Shirley have. Imagine how spoiled you have to be to literally be able to go everywhere that your mom goes, to literally be your mom's shadow. So much so, this baby kind of is freaking me out the way that it's sleeping. I know that goats can like crick their neck like that, but I would have the most massive crick in my neck and sore head whenever I wake up in the morning if I slept the way that goat was just sleeping. But no, Laverne is literally Shirley's shadow, follows her everywhere. I imagine Shirley doing everything for her. And then even whenever Laverne had the babies, Shirley was like helping her clean them off, and they were even trying to drink milk off of Shirley whenever Laverne needed a break, I guess. No milk came out, of course, but it was still just funny to see. Dude, you're like half asleep and you're still screaming. That just shows how strong the scream gene is in this family. But no, I'm sure a lot of you, especially since my audience, dude, what are you doing? This boy's screaming like crazy. No, but what I was saying though is that I'm sure that a lot of you, since my audience is 81% female, I'm sure a lot of you have that kind of super close-knit relationship with your mother. A lot of mother and daughters that I see are super tight like that. They do everything together. Even as the daughters get older, they never forget their moms. They still spend so much time with them, and they're still just super close-knit. And so I'm sure a lot of you can give your own stories about how you did everything with your mom. Maybe not to that point. Maybe not your mom like helping nurse your baby, or maybe not your mom like doing those kind of things like Shirley was doing for Laverne. But I'm sure a lot of your moms helped you take care of your babies whenever you were having those sleepless nights and you needed a break and stuff. And so it's awesome to get out here, fly. It's awesome to have those kind of close-knit relationships. I've realized in my 21 years that relationships are so important in life. You know, as I've kind of grown in my walk with Jesus, I've also realized how important relationships are, especially your relationship with him most of all. I kind of look at it, this is an interesting perspective, I think. So let me know what y'all think about this. So let's take my relationship with my girlfriend, for example. I think to myself that, okay, whenever my girlfriend like does things for me, would I want her to do things for me out of burden, or because she thinks that I'm going to get mad if she doesn't do it? Or would I want her to do things because she loves me with all of her heart and she loves seeing a smile on my face? Obviously, I assume most of us would choose the latter, would choose the second option. I assume that we would want to do things for people because we're enamored with them and because we love them, not because we just do it out of burden, not because we don't want to do it, but we only do it because we're afraid of them condemning me or getting mad at me. And the reason I say that is because whenever I first started trying to walk with Jesus, I did a lot of things that I didn't want to do out of burden. I did them because maybe I was afraid of being condemned or being punished. It wasn't true, genuine love. It wasn't truly, genuinely wanting to know that Jesus is smiling up in heaven watching me. And so as I've grown, I've realized the importance of just giving freely in a relationship, just giving freely, just out of the love in your heart. And so ever since I started doing that more with Jesus, just doing things freely, not out of burden or not out of ritual, I've noticed my relationship grow a lot, and I felt things get a lot better. And so that right there is one of my testaments to how important relationships are. I think that my motto could even be giving freely, or just give freely in all that you do. I can't even begin to... Look, he's lipping. He's lipping. Oh, he just lipped a second ago. Man, Megan would have loved that. Oh, wow, because Megan's goats lip like crazy. I think it's because of all the perfumes that her family wears. There's 3 females in her family, so there's probably a decent amount of perfume and scents that go around. But, man, I cannot believe I just saw that baby lipping right there. That was awesome. For those of you who don't know, lipping is like whenever they raise their upper lip, and you can kind of see the gum in the top row of teeth. But yeah, guys, relationships are very valuable, and so I hope that we can all continue to just have the best relationships with our Lord and with our neighbor that we can. And that's something that my dad taught me also. My dad's always taught me about relationships, and it's something that he taught his kids in school about how relationships basically characterize all the other facets of your life. I mean, you really think about it. You think about other things like your job, your hobbies, your leisure, your relaxation time. I even think about video games, which is one of my favorite pastimes. It's just, those are just things that you can't really do the same by yourself. They're not fun. They're not enjoyable by yourself. They're enjoyable when you share them with your loved ones and people that you have strong relationships with. And so that's a lesson that I'm very glad that I've learned and I'm still learning today. This is the most adorable thing. I think that 4 of these 5 babies are just passed out right now. Pretty sure this one right here is the only one that's awake, and even he is kind of drifting off. Alrighty, guys. that was a pretty decent video. I'm glad I was able to share that with y'all. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you want to see. Hope you have a great day. And as I always, yeah, Journey's over there screaming, so I better go give her some attention. I'm gonna go ahead and go play with Journey. But yeah, guys, where's she at? Journey, I'm coming. Alrighty, guys, your boy Ellie out.